Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Emily from Living Plantfully. Do I even have to say that anymore? I don't really know. But anyways, we are here today in my kitchen for another recipe, specifically Thanksgiving recipe. So this week I wanted to share a vegan dessert recipe for you guys. Last year's Thanksgiving dessert was a pumpkin spice monkey bread, which was so amazing. If you have not seen that video, be sure that you check it out on the Ultimate Vegan Thanksgiving playlist, and I'll also have it linked right here as well as down below in the description. But this year I wanted to do something a little bit different. While pumpkin spice is so delicious and everybody loves it and it's super popular in the fall, Thanksgiving, autumn time, I wanted to do something different. So I thought that I would share with you guys a donut recipe. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a chocolate spice donut. Oh my goodness, how good does that sound? Totally different, a little bit outside of the box. I know that maybe it's not your typical type of donut, but I have never shared a donut recipe with you guys, so I really wanted to do that. Let's go ahead and get right into the recipe. As you all may or may not know, I'm not a huge baker. I don't bake a lot. It's one of those things that's not my favorite thing to do. So when it comes to baking, I tend to stick with like the super basics. I like, know my few recipes and then I kind of just like alter those because there is kind of like a science to baking. So kudos to all of my bakers out there. So I wanted to create a vegan donut recipe that was delicious, fluffy, had that like super donutty flavor, had all of the components that you want in a donut. So in a bowl right here, I'm just gonna add all of my dry ingredients as per usual. So I'm going to start off with just some regular all-purpose flour. And then of course to that we want to add some cocoa powder for our chocolate part of our chocolate spice donuts. Then I have right here some baking powder as well as some baking soda. So here is where all of our lovely spices come from. So right here I just have some ground nutmeg, some ground cinnamon, some ground allspice, as well as some ground cloves. And then lastly, for our dry ingredients, we do want to add in a little pinch of some salt. Balance out the sweetness that we're going to be adding later. So you want to whisk together our dry ingredients. Okay, so our dry ingredients are ready. Let's go ahead and set those aside. So for our wet ingredients, the first thing we want to do is create some vegan buttermilk. I've done this in other recipes, so it may be very familiar. I just have some non-dairy milk right here, and to this I'm just going to be adding some apple cider vinegar. And this is just basically going to curdle up our milk and create kind of like that acidity that is in buttermilk. And the reason we want to do this is because this is going to react with our baking powder that is in our dry mixture, and that is what's going to make our donuts nice and fluffy. All right, so I'm just gonna whisk that together as well. All right, so there is pretty much our vegan buttermilk. So to that, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some vanilla extract, some vegan melted butter, give that a little whisk, and then I'm gonna be adding some brown sugar. And the reason that I'm adding this to the wet mixture and not the dry mixture is because I kind of want it to dissolve a little bit better than it would if it was in the dry mix, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and add that in there. Whisk that around as well. The brown sugar in this does not have to be completely dissolved or anything like that. Just gonna kind of break it apart a little bit. All right, so I'm bringing back our dry mixture, obviously. Now we're just gonna combine our wet mixture into our dry mixture. There are gonna be a little bit of some lumps in our mixture, but that's okay. We don't want there to be a ton of lumps though. Just kind of do your best to get rid of most of the lumps, but don't overmix your batter. You guys, I wish that you could smell this batter. It smells so amazing. Oh my goodness, so exciting. Okay, so this is perfect right here. You don't want it to be too overmixed or anything like that. So that is perfect just right there. No huge lumps or anything like that, and it hasn't been overworked either. So we do need to have a donut baking pan because we are baking these. I know what you guys are thinking, a baked donut. Oh my gosh, that's not gonna be the same. Trust me guys, these are really good. I'm gonna prep my little donut baking sheet by just spraying it with some like cooking spray just in case. Here's my little trick that I do to transfer my dough or my batter into my donut pan. So I just grab a gallon Ziploc bag. You can use whatever it is that you might have on hand. So then I just place this into like a bowl. I'm just placing it into this little measuring cup that I used earlier for the wet ingredients. And then I'm basically just going to spoon all of my mixture into here. So you basically want to have everything in your bag just like that, and then you just want to cut the end off, and then you basically want to just kind of like put that into our little pan. Just kind of go around our pan. You don't want to overfill the little donut circle, because if you do fill it up too much, then the top part won't have that little hole in the middle, which we obviously want all of our little donuts to have that. So you don't want to overfill it, just keep that in mind because they are going to rise. I just like to kind of make sure that the whole pan is filled up with my donut batter, kind of like that. Spoon it around a little bit. And if you overfill one or two, that's okay. Okay, so then I just like to kind of wiggle my pan around. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these into my 350 degree preheated oven for around 10 to 14 minutes. You just want to keep an eye on it. So in the meantime, while our donuts are in the oven baking, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make this super simple glaze. I wanted to keep the glaze very simple. There's nothing crazy about it because I really did want the spice flavor from the donuts themselves to shine through. So I just wanted to make a really simple, basic glaze. So this is super simple. So right here, I just have some powdered sugar, and to that, I'm just going to add some cocoa powder. So we are gonna have like a double chocolate donut. So go ahead and whisk our cocoa powder into our powdered sugar. And then to that, I'm just gonna add some non-dairy milk. And a little goes a long way, so I kind of like to eyeball it and just add some, see where that takes me. So after a few minutes of using that elbow grease and mixing, you should be left with this super nice and shiny chocolate glaze that we're gonna glaze our chocolate spice donuts with. Alright guys, so I just got my donuts out. They are nice and hot and they smell so amazing. It smells really good in my house. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let them cool down a little bit, and then I'm gonna flip them upside down onto my cooling rack. Alright, so I'm flipping my little babies around. This should pop right out. That is a non-stick pan. Alright you guys, so our donuts are nice and cool. Look at how cute these little tiny babies are. They are adorable. So we have our glaze right here. Let me take my whisk out of it. And it's very easy. You just want to pop your donut right into there. Spin it around just a little bit, just to get it all nice and coated. So I'm gonna go ahead and glaze the rest of my donuts, and then we can go ahead and taste these suckers. I'm so excited. We do want to let our glaze harden up just a little bit, and then we can finally freaking taste these. Yes, I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, guys, how amazing do these double chocolate spiced donuts look? I mean, come on. This smells so freaking good, you guys. My house smells like spice, the clove, the cinnamon. You can smell it all in the air right now. I'm gonna go ahead and taste this. I already know they're good. It's not a video unless I taste it, right? Okay, I'm trying to see which one I wanna get because they're all just so beautiful. The glaze dripping down on them is seriously just so sexy. Let me just say. That's my pick right there. You're very lucky, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna taste this. This is gonna be so good. Do you see this fluffiness? Do you see this? Do you see this? And they're so delicate. Yeah, I'll probably have chocolate all over my face. Okay. Oh my goodness. As you can tell, I clearly couldn't wait for the glaze to harden. I was too impatient. Have some milk on standby. Vegan milk, guys. Vegan milk. Calm down. It's vegan milk. You can clearly taste all the spices in there. The clove, the cinnamon, the allspice, the nutmeg. It's perfect, and it goes so great paired with chocolate. I don't know about you guys, but chocolate's one of my favorite things. It's like its own food group in my life. So this recipe is definitely one of my favorite recipes that I've ever shared with you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this Thanksgiving dessert. If you did, as always, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not yet checked out the Ultimate Vegan Thanksgiving playlist, you have to check it out. I have a ton of classic recipes on there. I have some creamy roasted garlic mashed potatoes. I got your comfort classic green bean casserole. I have a video showing you how to make 3 super easy vegan side dishes for Thanksgiving. And then of course I have my delicious pumpkin spice monkey bread recipe that I shared with you guys last year. Oh, and you cannot forget about my butternut squash stuffed shells, because those were epic, those were amazing. Check all of those videos out in my playlist. Of course, it's going to be linked down below in the description. It's going to be linked right here. It's going to be linked in the end of the video. So you'll have plenty of chances to click on that playlist to check all of those recipes out. If you're here and you are not subscribed to Living Plantfully yet, make sure that you are subscribed. I post videos every single week, and be sure that you're clicking that notification bell that is right next to it, so that way you can be notified every single week when a new video goes up. Speaking of which, I see you guys every single week, but I have a special video for you guys this coming Wednesday, so you will get another recipe before Thanksgiving, and trust me, this one is going to be one that is going to blow your socks off. It is so amazing, which is why I'm posting it early, so that you guys can make it on Thanksgiving. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in to this amazing, delicious vegan recipe video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.